Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Common English Mistakes. Don't just learn, improve. So today is my 25th video and I thought we'd do a little review of everything we've done previously. So I've got 10 sentences for you with at least 2 mistakes for you to correct. Also, the links to when we covered these will be available up here. So anything you're not sure about, don't know, or are just interested in, click on those links for more detail. So let's get started. Just pause the video, look at these 5 sentences, think what the mistake is, how to correct it, and why the sentence is wrong. So, number 1. I will go in holidays next month. First of all, make sure you study, learn, and know the fixed phrase, go on holiday. There are some other ways you could say this, but this is the most natural. If you know it, automatically you're going to avoid mistakes. Also, if it's a holiday, it's probably fixed, so we don't want to be using future will. For fixed plans or arrangements, we're either using going to, but better, present continuous. I'm going on holiday next month. And number 2, I have stayed at the beach at the weekend. So first of all, at the weekend, we're saying when, it's finished, so we're never using present perfect. In this situation, always past simple. However, remember the verb stay is not the same as in Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and I think one of you said Polish. It's quite similar. In these languages, it means to be somewhere temporarily. But remember, English isn't like this. If it's temporary or permanent, we always use verb be. But also here, more natural to use go to. So, I went to the beach at the weekend. And number 3, she asked me what were the homeworks. So first of all, homework, one of the most common mistakes I hear with uncountable. Homework, work, always uncountable. So never with an S and always using third person. Also, what was the homework? Perfectly fine question. Using the question structure, do, does, did auxiliaries, or in this case, inversion. However, remember that anytime we put something before a question, we use the affirmative word order, subject first. So, she asked me what the homework was. And number 4, I've been in Seoul 3 times. It's a really funny city. Okay, first up, remember been is actually the V3, past participle of go. When we go somewhere, but we return, or the visit is finished. And because it's the verb go, the preposition needs to be to. I've been to Seoul 3 times. Be careful for this one because it's a really common mistake. Also, maybe you think it's a funny city and it makes you laugh, but most of the time we want to say it's enjoyable, it's a really fun city. And number 5, she haven't any furniture in her new house? Firstly, furniture, another very, very common uncountable mistake. Always uncountable, never with S. Also, the verb have here is a main verb. And like with any other main verb, we're going to use don't have for the negative. Finally, she, singular, so we need to be using third person. She doesn't have any furniture in her new house. We could also say she hasn't got any furniture in her new house, because here have is an auxiliary, and we use the same auxiliary for the negative. So that's the first half done. If you got most of them, well done. If you got all of them, fantastic. And if you're finding these useful, do make sure, if you haven't already, to click that subscribe button, because I'll be releasing many, many more videos in the future. Anyway, let's get back to it. Just pause the video and try to correct these 5 sentences. Driving a car are expensive at this moment. So firstly, here we're using the verb drive as a subject. So we're going to use the gerund, verb ing. And this is a very common one where people forget to use the third person. With verb ings, singular, we're always using the third person, so driving a car is expensive. Also, at this moment, maybe not the worst mistake in the world, but certainly something people wouldn't say. Make sure you know, study, learn the phrase at the moment. And number 7, I don't like the prawns, but another people love them. So firstly here, we're talking about prawns in general, so 0 article. Also, people plural, another is for singular, so we're going to use other. I don't like prawns, but other people love them. And next one, the children's went to a party in Saturday. So first up, remember child has an irregular plural. 1 child, 2 children. Also, we say at for times, in for months, seasons, years, and anything else longer, but on for days. So, the children went to a party on Saturday. And number 9, he's the person which have a Ferrari. Make sure here we're using who for people, or we could also use that. And that he, singular, has a Ferrari. Make sure the verb matches the subject. He's the person who has a Ferrari. And finally today, I went last month on a business travel. Firstly, the word travel, usually just use it as a verb, and the noun you're looking for is trip. Also, remember time expressions we don't want to put in the middle. Either at the beginning, but usually sounds best at the end of the sentence. So, I went on a business trip last month. Anyway, that's basically it for today. I hope it was useful for you. And like I said, do make sure to check out any videos on things you weren't sure about, didn't know, especially maybe the older videos, ones that you might have missed. Once again, if you like these videos, make sure you like and subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll be releasing another video in the next couple of days on some verbs related to football, the World Cup, and more generally sports and games. Until then, have a good one, and I'll see you next time. See ya!